Hello and welcome to Animal Adventures. I am Shane Brown. Along with me is Ed Laquadera. And before we get into your facility, which I was going to start by calling it a little hidden gem in Bolton, but from what it turns out, the sanctuary that you are running now isn't so hidden. Word is starting to get out about this place.
Yeah, like we were talking offset, you know, some people know about it from far away, but then you have people right in Hudson that haven't heard of us before, so it's kind of one of those strange things, you know.
How long have you started? When did you start the sanctuary?
Well, we've been in Bolton since 1997, so that's when we officially got a separate bank account and all that stuff. But my wife and myself both grew up doing animal rescue, and just kind of turned it into a business in '97.
Before we start bringing any of these things out, because I know all the kids right now are so anxiously awaiting to see what we have, how you acquired some of these animals? Are they sent to you? People are dropping them off?
Yeah, most of the animals we have are somebody's pet that they no longer can keep anymore. Either the kids are going off to college, or the family's moving, or the laws have changed and they're no longer allowed to have it, or some of the surrounding states, you might be able to go to a pet store in another state and buy an animal that's legal there, but then against the law in Massachusetts. So then when they find that out, they'll bring them. And you know, most of the time it's from very nice people that just get overwhelmed, or you know, we do take in some animals that you know, could use some care for sure.
Like say, if I wanted to own a boa constrictor, is that legal?
Yeah, you can buy a boa constrictor. Most pet stores, you know.
I mean, how big are we talking?
Well, typically pet stores will sell baby ones that, you know, not more than a couple of feet, and they can grow, you know, 10 feet. So it's a pretty sizable snake. It's not a monster snake, but it's sizable.
But are we against everybody? I mean, you say somebody can just go out and just get a boa constrictor. It's not. I'm not really for people. I don't understand if they.
Well, yeah, if
should.
You.
I mean.
Well, here's the way. Here's what I think in anything that you do is if you do the research, and you know about it and you want it, you know what you're getting into, then I'm all for it. You know, I'm not really. I've been, you know, I have an education and I've been raising animals my whole life, but I meet plenty of people that are well qualified. You know, I don't think it's rocket science. I think if you truly do your research on it, you know, I think most people are capable of taking care of the animals.
I say we just get right into it. I can already tell the kids are getting so
yeah.
getting so
They're so well behaved too.
They are. They're for now. That's just why we should just jump right into it. Yeah. What do we have today? What are we bringing out here today?
Well, today we have a Burmese python that we took in. It's a snake that grows quite large. So sometimes people, if you go, and most pet stores are very knowledgeable, but every once in a while there is a chance you could have someone sell you a snake that may not know all they should know about the snake. So
how big is this guy?
This snake is probably only 9 or 10 feet, but it's capable of growing 20 feet long. So someone might go and buy it at 18 to 24 inches as a hatchling, and then this snake
is fully grown?
Oh no, the snake is probably lucky if it's a year old. We've only had this a short time, maybe a month or 2 months, but they grow fast. I've grown them up to 12 feet in a single year. So.
Is anybody ready for this snake?
Who's ready for a snake? All right.
If we need volunteers, can we get volunteers? A couple of you guys come up here and help us. Yeah, help us with this guy.
Yeah. Why don't we do this? Yeah? So that way we don't have any sad kids. Why don't we have? If you want to do it, just come right up here, and we'll stand you right here. Just stand. I'm going to have you stand. See how me and Shane are standing next to each other, and put your arms like this, and we're going to talk to you all about safety. Come up here, hon. And I have 6 children,
what about you guys?
And 5 are girls, and my youngest 2 are 4 and 5, and this is how I hold snakes with them at home all the time. Could we put your nice animals up here so they can watch? Would that be okay? And they can watch you hold the big snake.
You guys ready for this?
Okay.
You guys afraid of snakes?
Yeah, but I don't really want to touch the snake.
Oh, you don't have to. If you want, just.
Am I slimy?
No, snakes are very dry. They look slimy, but I promise they're not slimy.
I wish I touched one before.
So you know.
Yeah.
Okay, because what we're going to do, if you stand here, and then you know what?
Not really.
We'll put you right here, and I might have Mr. Brian come up too and hold the tail. So what's going to happen is we're not going to put a snake on your neck. I know sometimes we see that on some TV shows, but on this TV show you won't see that because that's not safe, okay? But what is safe is if you put your hands like this and we just lay the snake right across your arms, then I'll stand over here and I'll hold his head. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And my youngest daughters are 4 and 5 years old, and we do this with them all the time.
I'm 6.
6, so this is easy for you.
I'm 6.
Oh, so that's nothing. You guys you probably don't even need me. Do you need me up here or no?
No.
No?
Of course I do.
I really like to be on TV, so is it okay if I stay? just so I can get some TV time? All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
All right,
not needed,
Brian.
but I'm going to stay anyway. He's
That is a
squirmy.
real snake.
Oh, it's because he's so warm. He's very squirmy. If you feel him, kids, he's going to be warm because we get his cooler that he travels in up to about 100 degrees. So no, I would never touch a poison snake. If he was poison, I'd just have Mr. Brian touch him. So doesn't he feel warm? So this is a Burmese python. And can you kids say Asia?
Asia.
Now at school, do you have a globe?
I like this.
Do you have a map at school to look at? And did your teacher ever show you different parts of the world?
I like this.
This you won't find. We don't live in Asia, huh? We live in, where do we live? North America, right? And he's from Asia, and he gets so big. He's just a baby now. He gets so big, he gets too chubby to climb trees, and he can slither, but he doesn't slither fast. And he's sticking out his tongue some. Why would snakes stick out their tongue? What do you think?
To smell.
To smell. What's your name?
Delaney.
Delaney. You knew that. So he sticks out his tongue
on
to.
his head.
I'm probably going to do that. Have you ever heard of insurance before?
I like
See, my insurance company likes when I hold the head. But no, we can do. Why don't we do this? What noise does a snake make? And let's do this. He smells with his tongue, like Delaney said. Do you kids smell with your tongues?
No.
Have you ever tried to smell with your tongue before?
Yes.
Why don't we? You did. Let's do it again. Ready? Let's all go like this. Smelling anything?
No.
I'm getting nothing. So we smell with our nose and breathe with our nose. Now his nose doesn't stick out. It's right here. He breathes with his nose too. If you kids were going to eat, do you chew your food or swallow it whole?
Chew.
Chew. What about snakes? What do you think?
They just swallow.
They just swallow it whole. That's crazy, isn't it? And they can swallow things many times bigger than their own head. Now, if you kids get a little nervous, do you kids ever hiss if you get nervous?
No.
No. You can just talk, right? Snakes can't talk, so sometimes they make hissing noises, right?
I like this snake.
Isn't he pretty cool? And he's going to get at least twice this long, and he's going to be many, many times wider around. I seen a girl that weighed 400 pounds before, a girl Burmese python. The boys, like this guy here, Mr. Crush, he usually weighs about 150 pounds at the most, so he's not going to be giant, but he's going to be pretty big. Look at all these brave kids. What happened to you?
He's kind of pinching me a little.
Pinching, always. Sometimes on the side they have these thick scales. See how big the scales are? And if they curl up, it can feel like a little pinch there.
Yeah, they do pinching me.
So these guys like the forest a lot. They can swim too. How many kids here can swim? Can anybody swim?
I can. I'd love to.
Do you ever wear armies?
What?
Do you ever wear armies or
No,
no? Too big.
never.
Never. Too big for that, huh?
If
It is important for the audience to know that we don't feed live animals. I buy them all frozen. I actually had a delivery of animals come today. Today I had rabbits that were dropped off. We do feed mice and rats, and my rabbits come from a source that breeds them for the restaurant industry, and then they're extras. Before they clean them, they have them euthanized and freeze them and, you know, that stuff. So,
Now,
but
when they're eating, now their whole jaw.
yeah, what it is their jaw, like if you were to take an exam, you couldn't say that their jaw detaches because technically it's not attached by bone. It has like tendons and ligaments, but they stretch out much better than ours. So their jaw is not technically attached. And as they eat, it stretches out this way and also this way. And doing some studies, we've had snakes swallow things close to 30 times bigger than their head.
Such as, without frightening the children.
Like big roosters and things like that.
Really?
Yeah. No.
What else we got here for the little guys?
What
to
else?
look at?
Maybe a couple of lizards. What do you think about a couple of lizards? We're going to show you a small lizard and a big lizard. Okay? Now, how many kids have heard of the Komodo dragon before? Anyone hear that? I don't have one of those, but I have his cousin. Man, if the Komodo dragon bites you, it's very bad because their mouth is disgusting. Like if you never brushed your teeth in your whole life and bit somebody, they will get very sick. And Komodo dragons have a really disgusting mouth. And what this little guy here, Tim, he's a little Timor monitor, and he has that same kind of bacteria. It's not as bad as the Komodo dragon, but I do wear a glove just because if he was to nip you, I know somebody, a friend of mine that got bit, and he got a very, very bad infection, and I don't like to take medicine or anything like that, so I just wear this little glove, and that way it's better. I also don't like small animals to bite because they can hurt their teeth. Did you know that? A lot of people don't think of that, but when an animal bites you, they can break their teeth sometime, and then sometimes their mouth can get an infection, and then they won't be able to eat. So a lot of times I wear the glove for their safety just as much as mine. Plus his claws are super sharp, so he can climb. But this little guy is full grown. He's probably about 6 or 7 years old. When he was dropped off, I think I've had him for about a year now. I think they said he was like 5 or 6 years old. So this is a monitor lizard. There are 32 different kinds of monitors. Some scientists say more, but I think there are 32. And he's full grown. So a Komodo dragon, when they're babies, are a little smaller than this, or maybe this size, and they can grow 10 feet long.
Where's this guy come
These
from?
guys are from different parts of Asia, like Indonesia and Malaysia.
Now, how'd you come across?
Someone had them. I believe this was going to be an animal that was going to be a dad, and they were going to have a mom and then have babies and sell the babies, and it didn't work out too well. So, you know, they're a great little lizard. And the state of Massachusetts has made it so that people can get permits if they want to own these. The biggest reason why they were illegal in the state before is because they were all being taken out of the wild, and they were worried about people getting sick and, you know, just having too many animals taken from the wild. But now that they're born in captivity, you know, it's okay, you know. And you know what the word dinosaur means?
What?
Terrible lizard. So you have dinosaurs on your shirt, huh?
But I don't.
No, you have pretty flowers.
I'm just.
Okay. Is that good?
His elbows.
Mm-hmm. You want to touch on him? Okay. You want to touch?
He sticks his
Good.
out.
He does. Just like the snake, he smells with his tongue. So I'll have you kids sit down because the next one is going to be bigger. You kids are behaving so well. We are going to bring out a lemur, which is a kind of monkey, but later on. So you just have to, that's a big surprise.
For these
the
kind
end
of
of
guys
the
know,
show.
before we get into like contact
Yeah.
information, I would bring
Yeah.
you in touch with you.
Yeah.
Now, you will go and do parties, you go do talks to schools.
Oh yeah, we travel, the company's broken up into a few different divisions, and we cover all of, Animal Adventures covers all of New England, and we go to birthday parties, old age homes, schools, scouts, and then I also, if there are any college students watching, I have another part of the company, just my name, and we cover anywhere in the United States pretty much. You know?
Now, if I were to call up for a birthday party or if we're having a block party or something like that,
Yeah.
what would you bring?
Well,
What am I looking for?
typically we bring like an alligator, a couple snakes, a lizard, a turtle, some furry things like chinchillas. We have South American raccoons called coatis, kinkajous, skunks, just...
Kinkajous is on your website.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because my dog keeps on bugging, because ever since I've been on, she keeps on bugging me about
They're
that.
cute. So basically, we'll make some suggestions that'll work best for you know, whatever event you're having, but we also let you pick animals. If you say, listen, I'm having, you know, this kind of event, and I really want this animal, and we'll be happy to bring it. As long as we can keep the animal safe and everybody safe, then we bring it, you know? So.
All right, let's take a look at that, because I want to get into the expansion project.
Yeah, let's
so
see
we can,
that.
get
oh,
into
sure, yeah, we
what
want to
have
see.
coming up next.
Now I'm going to show you another lizard that's the same age, but let's put can we use our best listening ears and our very quiet indoor voices?
Thank you.
That way we won't scare this guy. His name is Jekyll, and they're about the same age. So Jekyll is closer to the size of a Komodo dragon. He still has a lot of growing to do.
Look at the size of that crate. How big do you think this guy is? Oh. Holy mother of pearl.
Holy moly!
What's he got?
Right?
My pants. Yeah,
Right?
I'm fine. He's just gonna let go.
See? He looks cuddly, right? Would you keep this guy as a pet?
Now, this guy here is what we call in the animal business dog tame. He's super nice. We got him dropped off as a little baby. He's never bitten. Doesn't mean that he couldn't. We don't ever trust like putting our faces in an animal's face. You know, he's still a wild animal, so we always have to have a healthy respect for him. And he's shedding his skin. He's always shedding because he's always growing. Reptiles grow their whole life. He's going to get much bigger than this even. He's still going to grow another couple of feet and gain some more weight. I have one that's bigger back at the center, but he's not quite as nice as this. So this guy here you find in different parts of Asia, in a place called Sri Lanka and Indonesia. You guys are going to learn all about those places in school. And when they're little, they like to climb trees a lot, and they call them water monitors because they're great swimmers, and they spend a lot of time in the water. And he's one of the animals that are going to get a new home. So
Now that's what brings me into the facility that you have right now.
yeah.
Which is decent size, but the more animals you're getting in there, the more crowded it's getting. So you have an expansion project.
Yeah.
Which is going on right there. And
For many different reasons, which would take too long to get into, we used to take in a couple hundred animals a year, and then the word gets out, and laws change, and this and that. Now we take in, a couple of thousand. So it's very hard for us to place all the animals we take in. So ones we can't place, we had to expand. And first we started off by putting a new office up and using the office space for animal space, and now we put up a new building, and he's going to have a nice big, I'll get your questions 1 second, I promise. If we use our indoor voices and our best listening ears, I will answer all your questions. So he has a nice big exhibit. He has a new pond is 10 feet long and 5 feet wide, and it's nice big area to climb.
what did you say? He's constantly shedding?
Constantly shedding.
Can I? Let me see this right here.
Yeah. Always shedding. Yeah.
Now everybody in here have cats, dogs? Cats, dogs, yes? No? Some of you? Do you have a dog? Is he always shedding? He's always leaving his fur everywhere?
Yeah.
You look anything like this? No? You sure? You get a shed? No, this is just constant?
So if you come to my house, you get monitor lizard on the.
See that?
On the
you got a little
sofa.
piece of this everywhere. See this? Here. You want this?
Look how long that tongue is,
Sure?
huh?
Here, go ahead.
Do you kids remember
Go
what
ahead. No, I'm just kidding.
remember
Here
what
you
he's
go.
doing with the
Sure.
tongue? Who remembers what he's doing with
Just
his tongue?
showing that to everybody else.
Who knows? Who remembers what he's doing with his tongue? What do you think he's doing? Smelling. Good job, Amanda. So
Okay.
yeah.
Pet
Oh,
this
yeah,
guy?
yeah, he's good.
He's good? This guy's good?
Yep.
Wow, this feels, like a purse.
Yeah. Or
Not that
football.
I have a
No?
purse, I'm just saying. This
No,
just kinda feels like that.
there's a lot of different uses for these animals, My use is this. So.
Now, does he make noises like the snake if he starts to get
No,
nervous?
yeah,
or?
he can hiss and huff a little bit, but not too much. The biggest thing, if I keep him out too long and if he gets nervous, one of their defenses is to go to the bathroom. And I've been working with animals literally my whole life, and when a monitor lizard of this size goes to the bathroom, it's still disgusting. I pretty much have an iron stomach, nothing grosses me out, but when they go to the bathroom, everybody's going to know.
It's
The neighbors are going to
disgusting.
know. Everyone will
Look
know.
at this, everywhere.
So.
There's a little, see this?
Should we-
Would you like to pet? Is it okay?
Why don't we do
pet him?
this? One quick touch, though. Just come up real quick, 'cause I don't really
Come on
don't
up.
want
Get a
anyone.
quick touch.
Yep, to go to the,
There you go.
to
You
the
see that?
bathroom.
He's getting a little restless.
Yep. All right, ready? One quick touch.
See that? See,
Yep,
he's
on the
okay.
head, yep. One quick touch.
So how close are we getting to the end of the expansion project?
It's,
How big? How many square feet?
well, it's only 1,000 square feet, but there are only 5 exhibits in there, and it's 12 feet high, so we're using we're using every single inch in there for animal exhibit. There is nothing else.
What's the biggest? What do we have? What's the biggest thing we got? I saw the Nile crocodile. That's huge.
Yep, the Nile crocodile is about close to 8 feet now. He's going in. He's going to be gigantic. He'll outgrow that building someday. And we have Jekyll and Rex going in. The 2 monitor lizards. Then I have about 17 to 20 alligators going in one exhibit. And then we have a 20-foot reticulated python and about a 16-foot anaconda. So that's it. They're going to take up those exhibits. But we're about, as far as dollars, we're probably like $10,000, $12,000 away. And as far as time, it's as soon as we're just as the money comes in, or as I don't pay something and give that to the carpenters. It's getting done. We're doing it one way or another. So.
Before we bring out the next guy, another lemur, how close is this to like a monkey, or is this obviously from the primate family?
Yeah, these are. Did you want to do the lemur, or do you want to see an owl first? I can do either way. Lemur, all right, we'll do the lemur.
Of course, we all want to see the lemur.
So we'll go with Mr. Shane. He wants the lemur. It's a prosimian, which is called the lesser primate, though some new studies link it. I don't want to bore the kids, but some new studies link it exactly to a modern primate. So it's a primate,
While we're waiting for Brian to bring him over, because I'm gonna plug this a couple times during the show. Animaladventures.net.
Yeah, animaladventures.net.
We can go on there. We can find out how to make reservations. We can find out the hours of operation. I know you have parties going on. You have Christmas.
Yeah, we're open all year round. The only day we close is Monday, but if there's no school, we're open. So like Christmas vacation, we always have events. If you go on the website, we have everything from story hour to nocturnal night.
Dino Dig,
Dino Dig,
which is a big
Zookeeper
thing.
for a day. There's a lot of stuff we do. So.
All right, who we got?
We have Tarzan, and Tarzan has an interesting story. Brian, do you think you could just get some of the sweeter things out? Here's a sweet tooth. Any kids here like sugar? Couple, huh?
You.
Come here, buddy. Get that for you.
Anybody
He
seen
is
Madagascar?
Yeah.
Right, all right. Isn't he in Madagascar?
Yep,
King Louis.
Julian.
See?
Yeah, King Louis is the orangutan, and King Julian's the lemur.
Julian.
But you want to hear something? This is Tarzan, and in the lemur world, there's no such thing as a king, only queen. So all you girls would be the boss, and then the boys, they never get to boss around the girls at all. But if a fight breaks out, the girls have to do all the fighting, and the boys are kind of goofy and silly. The boys have scent glands. They have stinky stuff in their wrist, and what they do is they put their tail between their leg, and they put the stinky stuff on their tail, and they throw stink at each other. And then when it smells so bad they can't take it anymore, they're like, okay, it's a tie. You know, let the girls figure it out, and we'll just do as we're told. Now, he's just a little over a year old, maybe like a year and a half now, I think, and we got him as a tiny little baby. Now, lemurs, if they have two babies, twins, the mom usually can only take care of one. So what happens, if they're born at a zoo, then the mom will take care of one, and then the zookeepers will take care of the other one. Well, he was not only born a twin, but he was less than half the size of his brother. So he was very small and weak, and they called us up and they said, Ed, you guys love to bottle feed little animals, don't you? And I said, oh, my kids, my girls and stuff love it. And he said, why don't we send you this little lemur? And he's been, you know, he's not, I will say, he's not the smartest lemur I've ever had, but he is certainly a lot of fun. And we'll see, he can jump in the wild, and I've actually seen it in my own yard. I've had lemurs up in the trees over 40 feet and had them jump right to the ground. Hey, bud. And so they're very athletic, and the lemur sleeps at night, and he's up all day. So about, you know, 7, 8 o'clock at night, that's it. Come on. Can you climb like Spider-Man? There you go. About 7, 8 o'clock at night, he goes in this little tent, and he goes to sleep for the night. So it's pretty cool. Yes, Amanda. Can we please pet him? This one's a little tricky, so we'll just have him do one more jump.
I'm shocked that Amanda had another question.
I know.
I'm just kidding,
Can you jump
that's
down
fine.
for me, buddy? Okay, can you do one more jump? Come on.
I'm kidding.
There you go. Okay. You should go up on Shane. You want to go up on Shane? He likes to be up high. There you go. There you go. That's not your good side, Tarzan. They always give you the bad side. Come on, you. All right. So, now, the reason why his fur is so soft, his bottom teeth are actually called comb teeth, and they stick out a little bit like a comb, and they groom each other's fur. So he goes with 2 other lemurs, and they groom each other to make their fur nice and soft. Oh, I won't let you get hurt, I promise. I promise you'll be safe.
Isn't he cute?
Yep. I'm holding his leash very tight, and he has food in his mouth, okay? It's okay. Hey, good job. It's okay. You'll be fine, I promise. He's eating some dried fruit.
No, the
It's
tail.
called monkey jumbo.
The tail, no, obviously it's hanging from the tail. Does it have functions?
This one, the tail is not prehensile, which means he can't hang from it, but he does use it for balance, and they do use it to throw stink, and a lot of studies show that they use it to help find each other in the wild, too. There you go. You can touch. Good job. Is that everybody? So he's kind of cute, huh? Let's make him climb up like Spider-Man again. He loves doing his Spider-Man climb. Come on. Come on. There you go. Can you guys climb up like that? No. His hands and feet are actually a little bit sticky, and he has thumbs, but primates like this even have like a big thumb on their foot, so he can pick up things with his feet. So it's kind of cool, huh? Helps him balance on trees and everything. Check it out.
These guys are extremely intelligent.
They're pretty smart. I mean,
maybe well, you were saying maybe not this guy, but
not bad.
mainly.
Yeah, they animals like this, you know, they're intelligent. Relative, like compared to people, no. But as far as training them to do stuff like that,
Like mow the lawn.
not that. No, I
I'm
wish.
just saying.
No, I don't think I put this guy on my rider. But yeah, they're pretty smart. They can figure some stuff out. Yes, hon. Who knows where lemurs come from? Everybody say Madagascar. He was born in Texas, but lemurs in the wild are from Madagascar. So the little island off the coast of Africa. So now you can impress your teachers with your knowledge tomorrow, right? Okay.
Oh, see,
Oh, he loves an
adorable.
armpit scratch, too. He is adorable, but I always tell people, never trust a monkey. They're cute, but they can be cranky. Their moods change really quick.
Should you trust a monkey?
What do you
Should
think?
you? Should you? I was just seeing if you were paying attention. I thought we just said don't never trust a monkey.
Should we say goodbye to him? Do you kids want to see, do we have time to do an owl? Yeah. This here is Obadiah, or the kids call him Obi, and he is a Eurasian eagle owl. And this is the world's largest kind of owl. And a lot of kids see him and they say, we saw an owl just like that, Ed. That's because his cousin, the great horned owl, lives right here in New England and has these big ear tufts. This guy here you can find, he has a big range that he lives in Europe and the Middle East and Asia. He's all over the place. And this guy, they can find him in the hot desert and even in the cold, cold place we call a tundra. So he can handle all kinds of different temperatures. Do you have a question, hon? Do you have a question? At the end, we're going to see if we can pet him, okay? It should be okay. Now, they have these big horns here that some people think they help them feel with the wind, and other people think they help them look big and scary. We don't really know for sure. And how many kids have heard owls' heads can go all the way around in a circle, right? They can't go all the way. They go most of the way because they have a pretty long neck. And can you kids keep your head still and move your eyes? You can, right? Owls cannot. That's why he has to move his whole head and neck. He can't move just his eyes. And the owl's beak, if it nips my finger, it doesn't hurt too bad, but these claws here, called talons, those are what they use to hunt. So if an owl sees some food that he wants, they fly down and they pick up the food and they can fly away with it. And they're very, very strong. And owls have silent flight. That means when they flap their wings and fly, you can't hear them. They don't make any noise. You can feel the breeze, though. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up his wings for you. He might try to fly, so I'm just going to step back so you can see how big his wings are, okay? There you go, buddy.
Nice little fan.
Yeah, he gets up a lot of air.
Now, how big is that wingspan?
The wingspan of the eagle owl can be over 6 feet long. This is a boy. The girls are about a third bigger. So he weighs about 4 pounds, I believe. I have a female that is much, much larger than this, but she doesn't behave as well. Can I do it again? I could try one more time. There you go. Yeah, he's a nice owl. See?
Now, what do they hunt? What do they eat?
Well, in the wild, they'll eat any kind of rodent. They do hunt other birds, even their own kind. Foxes, I've seen video of them eating foxes and things like that. So,
really? They can get a fox that big?
Yep.
And, photos from today's show, you can go to our Facebook page. You can be found on Facebook as well.
Yep. Brian, that the kids saw come off and on, he handles all that stuff. I'll just mess it up, so I stay away from it.
Next month, we'll be back. So thank you for joining us. We will see you next month on Animal Adventures. Thank you, on behalf of Ed and myself. Have a good day.
Thank you.